The world's two most important financial institutions have just released their economic forecasts for Latin America, and they project a slower than expected growth for the region in 2024. But that may be the least worrisome part of what they're saying. Reports of the IMF and World Bank was that, due to the ideological blindfolds of many of its leaders, the region is missing out on what could be its best opportunity in recent history to become a world economic success story and drastically reduce poverty. I'm talking about the nearshoring, or friendshoring, trend, whereby U.S. multinationals are moving many of their production plants away from China and into friendlier or more reliable countries, if possible, close to their home markets. No region in the world would be better positioned to take advantage of this trend than Latin America. But U.S. multinationals are mostly going to other parts of the emerging world, such as India and other Asian countries. That bodes badly for the region. According to the IMF, Latin America and the Caribbean's regional economy will grow by only 2% this year, below what it had grown last year. Brazil's economy will expand by 2.2%, Mexico's by 2.4%, Peru's by 2.5%, Chile's by 2%, Colombia's by 1.1% and Argentina's will decrease by 2.8%. Both international institutions say that Latin America will be the slowest growing region in the emerging world this year and next. The average growth for emerging markets will be 4.2%. So why is nearshoring such a big deal, you may ask? Because it's a huge shift in world trade patterns, and because it's already happening. Multinational firms are moving many of their plants out of China because they are afraid that, whether for political reasons or because of economic tensions between Washington and Beijing, companies could soon see their supply chains from China interrupted. That's what happened when China cut off its exports of face masks to America at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, and U.S. firms fear that could happen again with many other products and parts. In addition, Chinese wages are already higher than those of many other Asian and Latin American countries, which gives U.S. companies an additional incentive to move their factories to other parts of the emerging world. But, amazingly, despite the urge of multinationals to leave China, the rise of Chinese wages, and U.S. Treasury Secretary assertion that nearshoring has tremendous potential benefits for Latin America, foreign direct investment in Latin America has been falling considerably since 2010. While there have been some recent upticks in foreign investment in Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic and Panama, overall, the nearshoring trend is bypassing Latin America. Mexico, which already produces many of the manufacturing goods like car parts and electronic products that are made in China, should be the world's biggest winner of the nearshoring trend, but its populist government has been asleep at the wheel. Now the question is, what does this all mean for America? The U.S. government can take a big step to make U.S. supply chains more secure and efficient, increase U.S. trade with Latin America, boost international business communities from Miami to Los Angeles, and help stem the flow of Latin American migrants to the U.S. border if the United States supports initiatives to promote nearshoring in Latin America. One of the most worthy proposals that would help achieve that is the America's Act, a bipartisan bill recently introduced in Congress by Sens. It was presented last month as a way to counter China's influence in the region, and would invite friendly Latin American democracies to join the U.S.-Mexico-Canada Free Trade Agreement. That would make more Latin American countries increasingly attractive for multinationals seeking to relocate their China-based factories. Costa Rica and Uruguay have expressed interest in joining this potentially expanded trade bloc, while Chile, Colombia, Peru and Panama are actively considering it. At a time when Latin America lags as the slowest growing region of the emerging world, nearshoring could be a lifeline for the area and a major migration fighting tool for Washington. Congress should get this one right.